I'm so glad to see all of your faces here at Kidscoast at Home for our last week of the Think Tank. We've been putting our knowledge to the test with our own versions of some fun TV game shows. It's all a part of the fun as we talk about why it's important to find knowledge. Now, knowledge is learning something new so you can be better at whatever you do. We can grow in knowledge at school, at sports, or in music. And we can definitely grow in our knowledge of God. The more we know about God, the more we can grow in our relationship with God. Now, we've got an awesome game to test your knowledge today. Let's check it out with our friend, Kaylee.
Hey everybody, we are back with some games. It's our last weekend in January.
Yes.
Diego's joining us.
Hey, what's up?
It's been such a fun January. I'm so glad you were able to join us for games each week.
Thank you for having me.
And we've got one left.
I'm so excited. Here we go.
Awesome. So we've got a couple games today, and first we are starting with Where's the Ball? Football edition.
Okay.
And we know there's a big football game coming up soon, so we're gonna test out some skills. Now, this isn't going to require us to play at all, the real game. But we're gonna take a look at some pictures and we have to guess which image of the football is the correct one and eliminate the ones that have been photoshopped in.
Got you. Okay,
All right.
cool. It's gonna be fun.
Let's take a look at our first one. All right, so we've got two options over there. Is the real one number 1 or number 2? What do you guys think? Good guesses. I see his eyes.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna guess number 1.
I say number 2.
Okay, let's see.
Wow.
Number 1.
Smart.
All right,
Show
go
me
ahead
those
and
eyes.
move to our next one now that we
Next one.
all know what we're doing.
Cool.
All right, we've got 3.
Wow, that's tough.
1, 2, and 3 down here.
Okay.
All right, I'm thinking maybe 3.
I want to say it's 1.
Okay, what do you guys think? Let's find out.
Wow. I said 1 because, it could be just the ball is flying midair.
Exactly,
Maybe.
for sure.
It's okay.
All right, next one.
Whoa.
So we've got 1,
More
2,
balls.
3,
Oh my
and
goodness.
4.
Wow.
I am thinking. What do you think?
I say
first?
3.
Why don't you go first? All right, I think I'm gonna go with 4. What do you guys think? Awesome. Let's take a look.
1.
What?
Wow.
Listen, my trick of always trying to look at where their eyes are facing did not help me out at all right there.
Yep.
It is looking way far
Wow,
behind.
that's tough.
All right, good job.
It's okay.
Next one. Okay, now we've got
man.
5 options,
This is so hard.
all right over there, almost in the same spots.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with 1.
I'll go with you on that one. I say 1 as well.
What do you guys think? All right, let's see.
4. Wow.
Okay. All right.
Doing okay.
This was better at the start.
Yeah.
We're getting more options. It makes it trickier.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, next one. All right, now we've got 6. See, we can really see their eyes, but they're all looking in the direction of 5
what
different
I'm
footballs. I think we can eliminate that one,
Yeah.
but
Little
maybe.
elimination. My instinct wants to say 1.
I was kind of thinking that
But
too,
if
but
he's
I might go
throwing it-
2. I'm gonna go 2.
I say 1.
You guys? All right, let's see.
3.
Okay, we're both wrong on that one, but it's okay. Hey, we're gonna get another one of these coming up soon.
Eventually.
Let's take a look at our next one.
Here we go.
All right, now we got 7 options.
Wow.
Can't see where they're looking
Even
at all.
harder. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 1.
I say 5.
What do you guys think? Let's see.
2.
2.
Wow.
Okay.
We're going
All
rough
right.
into this.
We've got 2 left.
It's okay. We
Let's
got
see
2
if we
left.
can get one of them. Or both, preferably.
Yeah.
All right, we've got 8 out here. This one's tricky. You can go ahead and answer first.
Okay. I say 7. It's a long
Okay.
shot, but I say 7.
I think I'm gonna go with 1. I keep saying 1.
Okay.
I don't know why.
It's okay.
We're gonna see. What about you guys? All right, let's see.
Wow, 4. I'm sure you guys are doing much better than us, so
Way better.
it's okay.
It's cannot be worse.
No, definitely not.
All right, next one. All right.
Wow.
This is it. We gotta get this one.
You go first.
I'm thinking, I'm kind of torn between 2 and 3. I think I'm gonna go with 2.
I say 4.
All right, what do you guys think? Let's see.
Wow.
Yes, right at the
Good
end.
job.
Awesome. All right, guys, that was a lot of fun. Now check this out.
Scared of what I don't know, when I'm afraid, thinking I'm alone, you remind me that I still belong. God, you help me to grow. When I am scared, I don't feel strong. When I'm afraid, something is wrong. You remind me that you're in control. You teach me to know I am learning. You make me so courageous. You make me curious. There is so much you have given, so much to explore. You're teaching me I'm gonna be a better me. Scared of what I don't know, when I'm afraid, thinking I'm alone, you remind me that I still belong. Oh yeah, God, you help me to grow. When I am scared, I don't feel strong. When I'm afraid, something is wrong. You remind me that you're in control.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah, and this is my guest, Dylan.
Hello.
Can you believe it is the last week of January already? But not to worry, because we're still in the think tank, and we have another game meant to test your knowledge. All right, it is time to play everybody's favorite trivia show, Jeopardy!
Ooh, I love that show.
Good, okay. Just so you know, we don't have the whole board or anything, or other contestants, or actual money prizes.
So I should win this really easily?
Yeah, no problem. We're gonna call it Jeopardy, but we're gonna call it Jeopardy Light, okay? I'm sure a lot of you know how Jeopardy works, but just in case, here's how you play, okay? I will give you the answer, and you must phrase your answer in the form of a question. Like for instance, if I were to say, the coolest host of Kidscoast, you would say, who is Sarah? Right? Okay, right?
Okay, it doesn't look like we have actual buzzers.
Okay, no problem. So just to buzz in, just make your strangest buzzer noise, okay? But remember, as soon as you start buzzing, I will stop reading the question and you will answer it based on what I have read. Got it? Any questions? All right, kids, you can play along too. Let's play. Okay. The ocean that is off the coast of California.
Where's California?
On the West Coast. Yeah.
I got some nice beaches out there.
Yeah, they do. It's different, you know.
Does anybody know the answer? I think I heard it.
Did you hear it?
What is the Pacific?
There you go. Good job. Way to help him out. That was nice of you. Okay, let's try another one. You got this one, okay? The Disney movie that you will find Elsa in.
Disney movie?
A Disney movie, yep.
Does she play with a snowman?
I cannot confirm or deny. Yeah.
Does she have a sister?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Does anybody know the answer?
They really know this one.
I heard it.
Yeah.
What is Frozen?
What is Frozen? Absolutely. Or Frozen 2. For being, totally accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, great job, guys. Once again, they're helping you out. All right, the country location of the Great Pyramids.
The pyramids. Where are they located?
Well, I can't tell you because that's the question. So you gotta give me the answer.
Does it relate to mummies?
Can't confirm or deny.
Does anybody else know this answer?
Yeah, something else. Oh yeah, they do.
What is Egypt?
Egypt, yes, great job. You guys know your geography, that's good. All right, back to another Disney question, okay? The wooden boy whose nose grew when he lied.
His nose grew, huh?
It did.
So what did he lie about?
Anything. Lots of lying.
Does he wear a cowboy hat?
No.
Are you sure you're not talking about Woody?
Oh, I'm not. You should ask them. They know.
Does anybody know? Oh, I heard it. What is Pinocchio?
Great job. Pinocchio is the answer to that question. Our audience is really helping you out here.
Yeah, they are. I'm struggling.
Okay, here we go. The name for a group of lions. Bunch of them all together, like a family or like a couple families.
You know, I remember watching something like this in The Lion King.
Perfect. You will know it then.
Can you give me another hint?
In The Lion King, there's a rock named after it. Has this word in it.
Wait, I think somebody in the audience is saying something.
Yeah, I heard him too. Yeah, they're trying to help you out.
What is pride?
Pride Rock in The Lion King. Pride, good job, guys. Great job. All right, the shape that has 3 sides.
3 sides?
3. What shape is that?
You know, that's a really hard question, Sarah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think the kids think it's pretty easy because they're all shouting at you.
What is a triangle?
Yes. Thanks for helping them out. Okay, we have 2 more. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Of soprano, tenor, and baritone, this is the highest singing voice. Maybe there's some choir people out there.
Oh, that's in choir?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
yeah.
good to know.
Okay, yeah. It's not the answer, but okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it right here. Yeah.
What is a soprano?
Yes. They once again came to rescue.
They
It's
sure
like the
did.
high, you're like, oh, you got that?
No.
Okay, great. All right, last question. Okay, somebody who suffers from arachnophobia is scared of this.
Scared of what?
That's what you have to tell me. What are they scared of? Arachnophobia. What's it a phobia?
Is it a rat? It sounds like
I
rat.
think you should ask the kids.
Does anybody know what this is?
Yeah.
What is a spider?
Yes, correct. What is a spider? Are you an arachnophobia person?
No, I love Spider-Man, especially when he shoots his webs.
Well, he's not really. Okay. Anyway, wow, you guys are a bunch of smarties. Well done. Good thing you had the kids to help you out there, Dylan. Yeah.
I thought I would have done better. I had so many questions I had to ask for a lot of help.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, when things don't go our way, we can easily forget what's true. We can forget the things that we've seen and heard. We can get things confused when things don't go the way we expect. In today's Bible lesson, John had questions when he was stuck in prison. He needed to know that everything he had been working for was still true. He needed to know that Jesus really was the Messiah, so he asked, and Jesus answered him.
I wish Jesus can help me with all my questions.
Whew, but he can. It's important to know that we can always go to God with our questions. We can talk to God if we have questions about what we believe, or we can pray and ask God for the wisdom we need. If you don't understand something, just ask.
Are you sure? That seems pretty simple.
It's true. Jesus' own brother James once wrote this. If any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. He will give it to you. Isn't it good to know that we can always talk to God about our questions?
It sure is. All knowledge and wisdom come from God in the first place. That's what it says in our memory verse for this month, Proverbs 2:6. The Lord gives us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding comes from his mouth.
Wow, you learned this month's memory verse. Way to go.
I did? Didn't I? I'm crushing this knowledge stuff, learning something new so you can be better at whatever you do. But I still have a lot of questions, like why do cars park on driveways and drive on parkways? Why is it when you transport something by car, it's called a shipment, but when you transport something by ship, it's called cargo? Why does your nose run but your feet smell?
Okay, it is so normal to have questions. I mean, John the Baptist had heard God speak with his very own ears, but he still had questions about who Jesus was. God knows that you have questions and he welcomes them. Whether your question is about your math homework or why your family has to move to a new city, God wants you to ask. You can take your questions to a trusted adult or straight to God in prayer. You may not get an answer right away or the answer you want, but no matter what, you can trust that God hears you and loves you and he will be with you no matter what. Watch this.
If a cow laughed really hard, would milk come out her nose?
I don't know, let's just watch our Bible story.
Wait, I didn't know Jesus had a brother though.
Okay, well, let's just talk and we'll let them
All
watch.
right.
Okay.
Welcome to Story Lab. This week we're talking about knowledge while we take a look at the story of someone whose straight talk sent him straight to jail. Hey, I'm Amaya.
And I'm Zeke.
And we're talking about knowledge, which is learning something new so you can be better at whatever you do.
Okay, so what are we learning about today?
Not what, who.
Oh, great, we have a guest?
Yep. Today's guest is a super scholar. In fact, their brain power is about twice what a normal person has.
Wait, I know who we're talking about. That famous person who won that quiz show like 70 times?
Nope.
Oh, an NASA engineer.
Nuh-uh.
Well, some professor? Oh, my science teacher, Miss Grimes, is like a genius.
Maybe, but that's not who we're talking to.
All right, who is this super brain?
Ta-da!
Wait, we're talking to a baby?
Well, a toddler. She's my niece, and her name is Eloise.
No offense to your niece, but how is she a mega brain about anything except goldfish?
Actually, toddlers are incredible. 2-year-olds have twice as many brain connections as adults.
Wait, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
A toddler's brain produces more than 1 million neural connections every second. Because these connections are where learning occurs, they allow a 2-year-old to learn faster than anyone else.
That's amazing.
I know, right?
Okay, let's talk to this little genius.
Can you tell me what's your name? Eloise. How old are you, Eloise?
3.
3.
That is a big number.
Can you tell me what's your favorite color, Eloise?
Orange.
Orange. I love orange
It's an
too.
awesome color, and I love orange.
What a coincidence. That's awesome. I love orange. What's your favorite animal?
Nay.
Nay?
Nay, nay.
Nay, nay.
Nay, her horse.
Yeah, that's the name
Yes.
of your horse. That's so cool. What's your favorite food?
Pancake.
Pancakes.
Pancakes. I love pancakes.
Do you like syrup and waffles with it?
What's better, pancakes or waffles?
Oh, be very careful how you answer.
Waffles!
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A farmer.
A farmer.
A farmer.
That is awesome.
Eloise, can you tell me what's your opinion in the current state of the world?
Mommy.
Mommy? Okay,
Makes sense.
Should ask her and stuff.
Wise words.
Wise words.
Hey, Eloise, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you want to go get a lollipop?
Yes?
Bye.
I still have so many questions.
You're not the only one. It's time for
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the first book of the New Testament, Matthew. But before Matthew, in the very beginning, out of a deep, deep love, God made an amazing world. But when people turned away from God, the world was broken.
God made a plan to draw people back into a relationship. So at the right time, God sent a tiny baby to be born in the small town of Bethlehem, God's very own son, Jesus.
God sent another special baby named John to a priest named Zechariah and his wife Elizabeth. Even before John was born, an angel told his father Zechariah that John would point people to God, which is exactly what John did.
And that's where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey, everyone. John was a unique kind of guy. He wore rough clothing made from camel skins, and for food, he scavenged crunchy locusts and ate honey from wild bees. John preached to crowds by the Jordan River, calling them to turn back to God. Then he dipped them into the waters and drew them up again as a sign of their changed hearts.
I baptize you with water, but one who is more powerful than I am will come. I'm not good enough to untie the straps of his sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire.
Then Jesus himself came down to the Jordan River and asked John to baptize him.
It is right for us to do this. It carries out God's holy plan.
As Jesus emerged, dripping from the waters, heaven opened up. John saw God's Spirit rest on Jesus as a dove. They heard God's voice from heaven.
This is my Son, and I love him. I am very pleased with him.
If John had any doubts about who Jesus was, it seems they would have been washed away in that very moment. I mean, he heard God's actual voice. Soon after, John pointed to Jesus and cried out,
"Look, the Lamb of God! He takes away the sin of the world."
After 40 days in the wilderness alone with God, Jesus began to gather followers and to teach and heal people. John gladly pointed his own disciples to follow Jesus instead.
I am not the Messiah. I was sent ahead of him. He must become more important. I must become less important.
Now, John didn't stop his own teaching, though, and he didn't sugarcoat the truth, even when speaking to powerful leaders. In fact, John came head-to-head with Herod, the Roman-appointed ruler of Galilee.
You have broken God's laws.
You locust eater! I can do whatever I want.
Herod was so angry, he had John thrown in prison. John, who was used to wind and sky, was now confined to narrow walls and dim light. He heard only snatches of news from the outside when his followers were allowed to visit him.
Jesus healed a woman who's been sick for 12 years.
He even brought a little girl back to life.
Instead of encouraging John, the news he heard began to weigh on him, especially as the months ticked by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soon, John had been behind bars for, well, maybe as long as a year. All kinds of questions and doubts began to creep into his heart, like the rats that skittered across his cell floor at night.
When is Jesus going to start getting rid of the Romans? What about that new kingdom that was supposed to come? If Jesus is really the Messiah, why am I still stuck here?
The questions gnawed away inside of John, even though he had actually heard God's voice. He began to grow sick with doubt. Finally, John sent several of his followers to Jesus with a cry straight from the heart. John's followers found Jesus surrounded by an eager crowd, and as Jesus touched each sick person, illness dropped away. People blind or deaf from birth could see and hear in an instant. John's followers squeezed through to make themselves heard.
Please, Jesus, John wants to know, are you the one who is supposed to come?
Or should we look for someone else?
Now, Jesus could have been annoyed with John for asking more questions and needing assurance. Instead, Jesus offered clear evidence of God's work.
Go back to John. Report to him what you hear and see. Blind people receive sight. Disabled people walk. Those who have skin diseases are made clean. Deaf people hear. Those who are dead are raised to life. And the good news is preached to those who are poor. Blessed is anyone who does not give up their faith because of me.
We don't know exactly how John responded when he received this compassionate message from Jesus, but he could know that Jesus wasn't angry or annoyed about the questions. Those words must have been a breath of fresh air for John. He was still in prison, but he could have the comfort of knowing that Jesus hadn't forgotten him. And then in the midst of a clamoring crowd, Jesus had stopped to send a message crafted just for John.
So, wow. John had actually heard God speak from heaven, and he still wasn't sure?
Yeah, I mean, it's super easy to forget and start doubting no matter what we see or hear.
Even when things don't go our way.
Yep. But God will never get angry with us for asking. In fact, Jesus' brother James wrote this: "If any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. He will give it to you. God gives freely to everyone and doesn't find fault."
That is awesome.
So, what's our part in the story?
Maybe you want to know why your grandma has been in the hospital for so long. It's totally okay to tell God how you feel about it and ask God for help.
Yeah, God might not make your grandma better in the way or time you expect, but God can still give you peace in your heart.
It might be that you want to know why your dad lost his job, or why you have to go to a new school.
Or even why you still struggle with tying your shoes.
God will welcome all of your questions with love and compassion.
In fact, it's okay to ask a question about anything at all, like when your teacher had just explained something about fractions or how an engine works, and your head is spinning.
Yeah, I usually just slide down to my seat and hope I'll figure it out later because I don't want to make a fool of myself.
But when that happens, ask. You'll be glad you did.
And your teacher will be too.
I think you got it. Don't be afraid to ask. See you next time.
So here's the thing. If you don't understand something, ask.
Hey, can we take Eloise to the park? I need to up my peekaboo game.
That's a great idea. Me too. Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time.
Welcome back, everyone. We are doing our last game, and it is one of our favorites, ending January with Poser.
Here we go.
This is a lot of fun.
I'm so hyped.
So we're going to make a pose, and we are trying to match the pose on the screen.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and look at all of our poses.
Okay.
Up there in the corner, we have a disco.
Okay.
Kind of like that right there.
Okay.
Next up here, we've got the foothold. It's a little, you need some balance for that one.
Don't want to fall over.
Egyptian pose.
Cool.
Right there.
I like that.
Down there in the corner, we've got a high kick. It's hard to hold that pose.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Giant, real easy.
Okay.
Right there. And then prayer pose, right here. All right, so everybody can go ahead and start thinking and pick their first pose. And we're gonna go ahead and spin this, and you are trying to match. I'm gonna start with giant.
I wanna say prayer.
Okay.
So like
See?
this, I think.
Yeah.
Wow, good job.
All right.
That's awesome.
Starting off all right.
So cool.
Okay, next ones. I'm going disco.
I wanna say the kick. I'd like do that.
You gotta hold it, right?
I gotta hold it?
I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I don't hold that pose. That's hard.
I'm gonna fall over if I kick. Oh, Egyptian. So close.
All
so
right.
close.
Let's keep moving. Pick your next
Which one did you just do
pose.
last time? Did you do that one?
Disco, yes.
Oh, okay, that's disco.
I'm gonna do the foothold.
Can I do Egyptian, even though?
Sure, you can.
Let's see, maybe twice in a row.
It might be.
I
Foothold,
don't know
even
how
though I can't really hold.
Giant again. See? Okay, so twice in a row. I could have done
It does take sometimes it'll go twice in a row.
Okay,
Usually
cool.
it'll be like spaced out a little bit.
Good to
you
know,
never know.
yeah.
How are you guys doing? Awesome. All right, next one.
I think I'm gonna do disco.
I'm gonna do the foothold again.
I don't know what he's doing.
Can't really do it, but
I think it's like this.
it is.
Prayer.
Pose.
Wow.
We did a lot of work for a
Yes.
pose that did not require a lot of work.
It's okay.
All right, let's
I know what
keep
this next one might
going. I'm just gonna stick with foothold again
I'm
because
gonna do
it's
the
gotta
kick.
come up soon.
The kick one, you know?
Yes.
Oh, it's close.
I held that 3 in a row. Had
Good
to
job.
happen.
Good job.
All right, next one. I'm going disco.
I want to go cake again. Just like
Again, it's gotta come
karate
up,
type thing.
Yep.
Oh!
There you go.
I did it. Oh my gosh, so
Got
cool.
the side kick.
So
Nice
cool.
job. All right, how are you guys doing? Has anyone matched all of them? That is incredibly tricky.
Yes.
So, keep trying.
Yeah.
All right, next up, I'm going Egyptian.
I was literally about to, can I do that one too?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. So it's probably like this, I think. Oh, it's giant. It's okay.
All right,
It's okay. Maybe next time.
next one. Yeah, I'm going right back there.
Same, why not?
Just to
So
see.
crazy.
Just to see.
See what happens.
Ooh.
Disco.
Disco.
Oh well.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I feel committed
I think
until it pops up.
Should we do it again?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Okay, cool. I'll do it. Why not? Giant. I was literally thinking about doing that one instead of doing disco, but then I was like, you know what?
I know. All
I'm
right.
gonna do giant.
How are you guys doing? Awesome. All right, I'm switching it up now. Watch,
Okay.
it will be that, but I'm gonna go prayer pose this time.
I'm gonna do disco. I think that's how you pose this.
Because he's like, disco's like that one.
Oh, really? Oh, just kidding. I want to do giant.
Perfect.
I should have done disco.
Should have done disco. You were so close.
I was so close.
You know,
It's
it was
okay.
almost there.
Almost.
All right.
Okay.
Next one, I'm going, no, we just did disco.
I'm gonna do foothold.
I'm gonna do side kick without
this
really
one.
holding it. Just kind of like kick.
Prayer. Ah,
So close.
so close.
All right, we've got a few left. Let's see if we can get some more of these correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Egyptian.
I'm gonna do disco. Let's see. Giant. I was thinking
Giant
about that
one
one.
is real popular.
I was thinking about doing
One's
that one.
popped up a lot.
Wow.
All right, next one, we've got 2 left.
I'm gonna do prayer.
I am gonna go.
I'm gonna pray that this one was
Foothold.
actually prayer. Oh, so close.
The time I don't do that one.
It's okay.
All right, there we go. Okay, last one. I'm going back to foothold.
I'm gonna do giant. Oh, disco.
All right, well,
Oh, wow.
guys, that was a lot of fun, even if we didn't get a lot of them correct.
Yeah.
You guys did awesome.
Yes.
Now check this out.
It's time again for Retro Reel.
We'll pause there on nuclear fission because it's almost time for recess. Johnny!
Yeah?
Because you didn't participate in today's discussion, I'm going to need you to clean the blackboard.
Aw, Miss Nelson, I was gonna play dodgeball. Billy got me in the face yesterday, and I was gonna make sure I got him out
Class
first.
dismissed. I expect a clean blackboard, Johnny.
I made the clean blackboard, Johnny. I'll show her a clean blackboard. There, what else?
Well, Johnny, I believe you have a bad attitude.
Josh, you can talk?
I can do more than that. To the left, see? To the right, and hop.
Josh?
My name's not Josh, it's Chalky. And I'm here to help you learn and talk about your bad attitude.
Bad attitude? I'll show you.
Hey, that's not helping.
I don't need help. I'm gonna wipe you out.
Ah, see? This is what I'm talking about. You're starting to come across as if you don't want knowledge. And I know that's not true. You love to learn. So can I come down and talk to you for a second?
I don't know. Maybe. That'd be all right.
Whew, good. Let's start talking about what happened earlier today.
Aw, do we have to?
Yep, there you were. While Miss Nelson was explaining quantum mechanics, you were making a paper airplane.
But I didn't understand the breakdown of subatomic particles. I was confused.
So you made an airplane and flew it across class instead of just asking a question.
But I didn't understand.
It's quantum mechanics. You're not supposed to understand, but you are supposed to ask questions. Because that's the only way you'll learn. And God wants us all to keep learning.
Aw, gee, I'm sorry, Chalky. I did have a bad attitude. I should have just asked a question.
You should never be afraid to ask a question. Even the smartest people in the world ask questions. That's why they're smart. Remember, knowledge is learning something new, so you can be better at whatever you do. Well, I guess it's time for me to go.
So long, Chucky.
Don't forget, if you're not asking questions, then you're probably not learning. Also, you probably should have...
Choose 2 points so that the midpoint is 2. Now the slope of the tangent is approaching 2, but not equal to 2. So what are you, tangent? What is the slope? Okay, so if we choose 2 as the midpoint, then f can equal 2, but it can also equal 1.9, but we need to evaluate f3. And b equals mc squared? Yes!
Is this what I think it is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's the equation for the perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Isn't math delicious?
You have a beautiful mind.
Thank you.
What do you mean?
Why not how?
I'm not sure I'm following.
Well, you said, you know what, and what is what?
You know what? It's just a thing that people say.
Is it, Brandon?
Yeah.
Because there are so many other things to know, like, do you know how?
How to what?
No, Brandon, no! Not what, how? Do you know how? That's the question.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Do you know who?
I don't understand
Or where?
I was just asking.
And I'm just asking so many questions. And one of the greatest questions of all, do you know why?
Why what?
No! You're impossible. It's always what with you. I'm asking why. Do you know why? Why? What? It's simply why.
Okay, do I know why? Currently, no. Look, I was just asking. You know what?
No!
Please welcome someone who knows stuff.
Come on in, come on in.
Take a seat. All right.
The chair is shockingly comfortable. Oh, what is this cushioning? Oh, it's sturdy yet pliable.
Huh.
Amazing.
Yeah, okay, I guess so. I've never really thought about it or noticed that before.
So who are you and what do you know?
Well, my name is Fran Crusoe, and what do I know? So little. So little.
Oh. What do you mean?
Well, there's just so much to be curious about. Like this chair. Sure. Like you. What's your name?
Oh, it's Brandon.
Brandon. What's your name?
I'm Steven.
Steven. Brandon and Steven. See, I didn't know that before I got here today, and now I know.
Okay, so how do you use this curiosity?
Well, I host a game show called You Know What.
Why? Sorry. Why? Why you know what?
Well, you know, I thought about calling it You Know How or You Know Why. But I feel like before we can get to the how or the why, we have to know the what first.
Yes, see, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for answering my question.
Do you want to play a couple of rounds of You Know What?
Does a leopard have spots?
It does. We do.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Let's play.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to You Know What, where we take you from what to you know what. Playing today are Steven and Brandon. Are we ready, gentlemen?
You know it.
No, I didn't know that. That's why I asked, actually.
Yes, I am ready to play.
Awesome, and Steven?
Yes, Fran.
All right, my first question. What is the largest ocean in the world?
Pacific.
Oh, man.
Really?
Really what?
Is that true?
Yeah, the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the world. Yeah.
Wow. Fascinating.
Wait, you didn't know that?
No, that's why I asked. Steven gets 823 knowledge points. Next question. What are the primary colors?
Red, yellow, blue.
Really?
Yes.
Brandon, is that right?
Yes.
Fantastic. 7,384 knowledge points to Steven.
Whoa! And did you know that you can mix red and blue to make purple?
12 bonus points.
Or blue and yellow to make green?
73 bonus
Or
points.
red and yellow make orange.
Amazing! 792 bonus points.
I'm so good.
These points make no sense.
Oh, they don't
To
really
you.
count, Brandon. Can't really put a point total on learning.
This is the most absurd quiz show.
Next question. What is the largest desert in the world?
The Sahara.
Really?
Oh, don't look at me. I don't know.
Me either.
I think so.
It sounds like a big one.
What is the largest desert in the world? Get out. Get out. Antarctica is the largest desert in the world.
What? That is amazing. How?
It says here, Antarctica gets less than 10 inches of rain a year, so it's considered a desert. But because it's so cold there, it's usually less evaporation than rainfall, and it turns to ice, and that's why the ground isn't dry like a traditional desert.
No way! Who knew?
Not me.
What kind of game show is this?
Well, it's called You Know What, where we ask questions that I don't know.
Oh. When is someone a winner?
Everyone's a winner because you never stop learning. But the game never stops because we're always learning.
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah,
It's like you
Brandon.
don't get it.
Thanks, guys.
Next question. What is the next segment of this show?
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
1 million points! I'm so good at this!
Hey, friend.
Hey, guys, what's up?
What's the largest desert in the world?
I want to say the Sahara, but isn't it technically Antarctica?
Yes! Well done!
You got a story for us today?
I do indeed.
Take it away.
Our story today comes from the book of Matthew. It's about a person we've talked about earlier named John the Baptist. He had been telling people about Jesus coming, and he is not a typical character.
Did someone say not a typical character? That's right. Hit it, Greg. Glad you came. Glad you're here. I know it's getting late, but never fear. We'll give a blow-by-blow of the Bible story on the Melv Solomon story recap. Thank you. I'm Melv Solomon. Kellen's gonna do his thing, and me and my brother-in-law Greg will just pop in for some light musical support. Whatever works for the story, Greg.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okie dokie. And as I was saying, John the Baptist was described as a pretty wild guy. He was also the cousin of Jesus. But John wore rough clothes made from camel's hair and ate locusts and wild honey.
Oh boy, that's got me thinking of a tune. You know the one, Greg. When you're wearing camel hair and you want something yummy, the regular fare just won't fill your tummy. An omelet won't do, not even a chocolate bunny. What you really gotta have is some locusts and honey. That's what I'm talking about, Greg.
Yeah, I'm personally more of a cicadas and syrup fella.
Okay, so yeah. John the Baptist went on to baptize Jesus, and he saw the Holy Spirit come down to Jesus and knew that Jesus was the Messiah. But things didn't work out the way John expected. John was thrown into prison because he was speaking out against something the king had done. He had to wonder, was Jesus truly the Messiah? So John sent someone to go ask Jesus.
Oh, you know what that means, Kellen?
You got a song.
Does Bologna rhyme with mahogany?
No.
It does if you're struggling for a lyric. Hit it, Greg. Greg.
Greg!
Hey, don't, Pasco. Don't collect $200.
Hey, you gotta lay off those late-night Monopoly tournaments, Greg. Play the song. You know the one. When times are dark and you don't know which way to turn, when the life you're living you no longer can discern, don't be scared, don't be blue. I'm here to tell you what to do. Get yourself a pedicure, at least your feet'll feel good. What'd Jesus say when John asked him what was what, Kellen?
Well, Jesus replied, "Go back to John. Report to him what you hear and see. Blind people receive sight, disabled people walk, those who have skin diseases are made clean, deaf people hear, those who are dead are raised to life. And the good news is preached to those who are poor. Blessed is anyone who does not give up their faith because of me."
Whoa! I tell you what, if this wasn't the only microphone I had and it wasn't prone to shorting, I would drop it. But I gotta keep it safe. Hey, I gotta sing a song about that one, Greg! Greg!
Did I miss Christmas? Oh.
Yeah, you're off by a couple of weeks, Greg.
Oh.
Play the song, won't you? That's the one. When you wonder who someone is, look at what they do. Their actions will tell you if they're false or if they're true. And when you think of Jesus, look at all he's done. Healed the blind, fed the poor. He's God's one and only Son.
That's great, Melv. Thank you.
You got it, Kellen. Looks like we're gonna go have some cicadas in syrup if you want to stop by later.
I think I'm good.
Your loss. See you next time. Come on, Greg. Let's go catch some bugs.
Great story.
It is a pretty great story. Although John the Baptist was in prison and he had some doubts, he wasn't afraid to ask the question.
That's terrific.
And then Jesus' answer was pretty great too.
Yeah. I really do think some people expected Jesus to be a different kind of leader, one who would take power and use strength to show who he was. But instead, he reminded John that the world he was building was a new kingdom, one that included taking care of the poor, taking care of the sick, and taking care of the people of the world that were sometimes treated unfairly.
That's great. Thanks so much.
My pleasure. I'll see you next time.
Later.
You know, I think I'm sometimes like John.
What, you eat locusts and honey?
No, I have questions. But if I'm honest, I'm sometimes afraid to ask them.
Right, but questions are good. It's how we learn.
Absolutely. In fact, reveal the question. What questions do you have?
Maybe you have some questions about how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Or you have questions about a subject in school you're having trouble with.
You might have questions for your friend because you want to get to know them better.
Or maybe you have some big things you want to know. Like maybe you have questions about God or about Jesus, just like John the Baptist.
Don't be afraid to ask those questions.
Yeah, you can ask God through prayer or ask an adult that you trust.
You can read your Bible and it may answer some of those questions.
Questions are a good thing, so ask them.
Absolutely, but that's all the time we have for today.
Yeah, we'll see you next time on the So-and-So Show. Woohoo! Oh yeah,
I know what that is.
It's gonna be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is?
What?
You just said you knew what it was.
Oh, motor oil.
No, it's honey.
Oh, that's what I use for motor oil.
That seems unwise.
No, everything's smooth and I'll go.
You got any guesses on what that was?
I think it was, I think that was, death. Or at least some sort of communicable disease.
All right, well, I'll avoid that one. I got me a lady.
can't wait to see what comes my way as I stand on the sand beside the ocean, looking at everything in motion. I think about all the possibilities, so many things that I can be. No, I never want to stop learning, like a fire in my heart that keeps burning. The world comes alive. I want to discover, gonna soak it up so I can be better. I want to go and see what I can be. The whole world's waiting for me. I want to discover, gonna soak it up so I can be better. I want to go and see what I can be. The whole world's waiting for me. Yeah, yeah. Today I get to turn a new page, discovering my story in a different way, closing the chapter of an old book, now reading the words with a new look. All the people that I meet, stories are so inspiring, so many words unwritten, learning with my heart wide open. The world, it comes alive. I wanna discover, wanna soak it up so I can be better. I wanna go and see what I can be. The whole world's waiting for me. I wanna discover, gonna soak it up so I can be better. I wanna go and see what I can be. The whole world's waiting for me. Yeah, yeah. I wanna reach the sky. I wanna climb mountains high. I wanna live my best life and never stop learning. I wanna reach the sky. I wanna climb mountains high. I wanna live my best life and never stop learning. Discover so I can be better. Wanna go into what I can be. I wanna discover so I can be better. Wanna go into what I can be. The whole world's waiting. I wanna discover, gonna soak it up so I can be better. I wanna go into what I can be. The whole world's waiting for me. It's waiting for me. I wanna discover, so I can be better. So I can be better. So what I can be. The whole world's waiting for me. The whole world's waiting. Yeah. La 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 la
John was in a tough situation. He had been doing good things, following God, preparing the way for Jesus. Then he was thrown into prison. John needed some reassurance to know that Jesus was really the Messiah. But Jesus didn't have a problem with John's questions. In fact, Jesus took the time to send answers to John to make sure John knew that he really is the Son of God. All of us have things that we don't understand, but when we have questions, we don't have to be afraid to talk to God about them. God will welcome all of our questions with love and compassion. If you don't understand something, ask. Yes, God is there to help us make the wise choice. God can help us grow in knowledge so that we can know more about God. We can live God's way every day. And don't forget, if you have questions, you can also talk to the people God has put in your life, like me, your small group leader, your parents or your grandparents, or anyone you know who has been following God for a while. Sometimes God gives us wisdom through other people who have been following God for longer than we have. So don't be afraid to ask. Well, that's all I have for us today. Be sure to join us next week here at Kidscoast at Home as we start a new month and learn about the virtue of respect, showing others that they are important by what you say and do. For more resources, go to seacoast.org/kidscoastathome and stick around for some fun discussion questions about today's episode. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.
To find ways to get involved at Seacoast Church, text SERVE to 320-320. There are many opportunities for families to find ways to make a difference.